Welcome to another episode of Anyone Can Cook. I'm Kate, your host, and today we're quite excited as we stumble upon memory lane on heritage, preserving Filipino ingredient, and recognizing the one staple that is consistent in our daily cuisine, rice. Of course, other than eating it as a staple, as a savory, we have it in afternoon snacks, merienda, afternoon tea, in between midnight and what they call simbang gabi. So it consists of all these parts of our daily meals. In the last few months, we have recognized that slow food movement is an act of preserving, of stamping, of recognizing specialty in Cebu's towns and provinces. And we're quite excited, very excited in fact, to work with all the farmers and to work with so many ingredients: kabog, landang, cassava, lemongrass, and all these unique preserved artisan ingredients that are found only in Cebu. So in the next few minutes, you will journey with me as we make my favorite, the espasol. And the espasol is made from burnt glutinous rice flour. And it's so interesting, and you can make it in your home every day. The most exciting thing about what we're doing today, which is the espasol, it involves 6 ingredients only, and the main ingredient being the glutinous rice flour. So what we have is about 2 cups, 2.5 cups of glutinous rice flour. You leave some for the rolling, and then you have coconut flakes, shredded coconut flakes. Then you have, of course, the coconut milk, and you have brown sugar, a little bit of vanilla extract, and voila, you're set. But you see, so many of the components of these ingredients are also what's required to make budbud, to make suman, to make latik, for example. So it's really in the ratio of the assembly of the ingredients and the techniques and methods that make the recipe change, that make the final product so different. So are you ready? I'm excited as you are to take it from what you see to where it's gonna go. 6 ingredients, the espasol. Very easy. Everything's about the right toasting, the right sealing in of flavors in order to achieve this unique woodsy, a little bit of caramel on your mouth. So the glutinous rice flour, we talked about, it's 2 and 2.5 cups of glutinous rice flour. That's going to toast. So I'm going to get a pan that's been heated, and I'm going to put in maybe about 2 cups. I'm going to leave about half a cup there because I'm going to have to roll some of the flour after. And then what we want to do is to take the sugar, the brown sugar, and we put it in pot, caramelize on its own. And you'll see all these flavors turn brown, turn caramel, and get a toasty and a nuttiness. That's what we want to achieve. And in the next pan, I have the coconut flakes. And the coconut flake is going to go through a toasting. Toasted enough that it has this nutty changes maybe 2 chapters higher in flavor profile. So on its raw state, coconut is almost creamy. So where we want to take it, we want to take it a little bit brown on a caramel note. So while all of that is happening at the same time, we're going to recognize that the sugars are melting, the glutinous rice flour is toasting, and we want to achieve, because this is going to go by quite fast, we want to achieve like a nice brown beige. While on the same note, I am smelling the caramel from the sugars. And this is gonna go fast, folks. So, take the edges, let the chemistry and the heat is changing the composition from light to roast caramel to a little bit of a beige, and it's getting there, as you can see, into this coating of golden, and it's breaking its components, which is why you have to be close. And if you look, I just kept my eyes away, and the coconut flakes have changed in color, and I need to take it off the flame because this is where I want to settle it with. You take a look, this is the kind of toasty, nutty coconut that I would like to put together with the sugar. So all this gets dropped in, the toasted coconut and the sugar. And while we're at that, I can see that our glutinous rice flour is changing composition on us. You take a look, it's going into gray, it's going into a smell. If you get the smell in this kitchen, it's got this pasty and a little bit toasted fermentation and smell that you recognize when you bite into the Espasol. So you want to get an even toastiness. And I took it off the flame because I'm too afraid it might get to the color I don't want, and I can't reverse. See, if you look at that, the bottom has changed in color. And I'm going to go back to the caramel. Can you smell that? Gosh, it's almost like a latique coupled with a coconut plantation. Smells almost like my sunscreen and my tanning lotion. You want to eat it, you don't know what to do with it, but this is not where we want to go with it yet. So it's almost going to the formation of a bucayo, but this is not where we want to take it. So we just want to get all those caramelization flavors with the toasted coconut. Are you ready? And I'm quite happy with this state. Take a look. Golden roasting color. I don't want to take it further, so I'm going to take the coconut milk and we're going at 2.5 cups of coconut milk. Look at that. that is just gonna simmer in there, and that's gonna break into nodules, and you'll get a beautiful color as it gets it together. I can see the bottom of my glutinous flour pan. It's a little bit toasty burnt. So I'm taking it off the heat and I am working it. Oh, see how quickly it changes in color. So I would like to make sure that I get all these toasted pieces even, rather than just the burnt on the bottom. So we want to toast this rice because we want to achieve that nuttiness, like in the espasol when you eat it. It's like, what is that you're tasting? So this is where we're going with this. So I'm going to go back to the flame and I'm going to keep my eye on this sucker. See? I want to get the flour in there, and on the bottom it gets brown. You need to take it off and just toast, get the toastiness. While I have the coconut just simmering. Ooh. Can you smell that? Such strong, identifiable flavors. I'm taking it off the heat because I'm finding that it's burning in some parts of the bottom. And I need to incorporate all the flour, the glutinous flour. See? I don't know if you recognize, but the color of the flour has changed from a white to a brownish gray. And I'm already in the right direction, and I could give it a little bit of more toasting. But I'm too afraid I might just go over. So I've taken it off the heat. And I'm just using the heat, the residual heat, to take it away from the pan. Okay. We want to get and whisk this in before we drop the toasted flour. So we break up all the granules as we recognize this is the finale and the step. It goes through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it spoonful by spoonful and drop the glutinous toasted rice flour and recognize that I'm going to let it incorporate spoon by spoon. And this is really where the workout and the work is done. Drop it in. As you can see, the process thickens and forms a paste. So this is where you need to be quick, and it's a hand workout from here on. So it gets into a thickened paste. And the reason why it's brown is because, remember, we wanted like a caramelization, a brown caramelization. Ooh, it's getting a lot heavy and harder to handle as it thickens into this to cook in all frames. See, if you take a look at the bottom, it cooks at the bottom, so I have to press it down into this paste. And the Espasol that we made today is a little bit brown because of the caramelization of sugar and because I toasted the coconut flakes. But mind you, the nutty flavors are there. Take a look at that. It's like a ball of shiny bliss. What it is, I want to make sure that it's cooked through. So, which is why you need to keep stirring and taking it from the half. Whew, my arm hurts already. And you gotta keep doing this until you achieve this result that you would like. My hands are tired. And you will be too. At one point, you're gonna have to knead this through. See, I can tell that it's almost done in this paste. If you take a look, take a good look. It seals itself on the bottom of the pan. You take it up and you take it down. Pick it up. I'm going to want to take that and form it into a shape of a ball. Mind you, this should be cooler when you're doing this. And I'm going to run it through the toasted rice. Here we are, our first Espasol. How cool is that, right? So I'm just gonna keep doing that. Very simple. You see how easy and quickly that was done? The same route. I'm just gonna roll it with my hands. Roll it through the flour. And that's where we want to take it. And you keep going. I'm going to make a couple, and I'm going to assemble it inside the wooden box that I've prepared because I'd like to give it as a gift. And you'll see what I mean of simple pleasures that have turned into great pasalubong ideas. Okay, I'm gonna make 6, and you'll see where I'm going with our Espasol project. Voila! Guys, how fun is this? It's become the Christmas project, right? You just need the right timing and coordination that you don't leave the fire because it goes fast. The burn goes fast, guys. Okay. So I'm gonna make some. You know what I'm gonna do for this last bit? I'm gonna make a lengthy one. So it's like going back to Play-Doh, getting it assembled and rolling it over. I made some bigger cigar looking like length. Take that. The reason why I'm making a few more is because my box fits into this number that I'm calculating in my head. These are really great treats, afternoon delight, easy to make. And you'll see where I'm going with this one as we extend the number for the gift box. And my last bit, I'm there. Voila. Perfect acquisition. So what I'm going to do now is this box. It's an empty box, and I'm going to cut to size to get, voila, you see that? Voila. So you take you can see it's quite beautiful already, right? And for hygiene and reverence to presentation, you want to seal and give the gift. And reverence. So voila, assembled, sealed, gift perfection. Isn't that great? A perfect afternoon tea treat as you calibrate and enjoy one's life, as you drink it with pandan tea, or you drink it with lemongrass, or even salabat. It's great. Assembles easily, easy to make, nice, easy presentation. This glorified goodness in one box. So let's try one. Do you see why Espasol makes me happy? Now, go away. I'm gonna make all these box goodies. Thank you for joining me. This box of unexpected goodness has arrived and has brought so much pleasure in making and in doing. And I'm sure the person that will receive this will equally be dumbfounded by such a unique gift. So if you can see, our beautiful Espasol has taken shape and has arrived in a beautiful setting of a box, and those that receive it becomes an afternoon treat. Thank you for watching this episode, and we hope to see you again. I'm Kate DeChanco and Zani for Anyone Can Cook.